Today we're going to be making spatchcock chicken with the maple glazed squash. When I lived in the south of France, one of my favorite things to eat was roasted chicken, and this is my version of that classic recipe using seasonal ingredients. Okay, I've prepped my delicata squash. Delicata squash is really wonderful because you can eat the skin. It's very, very sweet. So I'm going to put this in a bowl and make my glaze. So I've got some melted butter here. And to that, I'm gonna add a BOU bouillon cube. This is a vegetable flavor. Hit it with a little bit of salt, freshly ground pepper. Whisk that in. And just a little bit of maple syrup to give it that golden brown color. Just gonna pour it over the squash and just give it a toss. I'm gonna just put all the squash in the center because this is gonna be the base for our chicken. We're gonna spatchcock the chicken. All that means is we're gonna butterfly it. It's gonna be breast side up. We're gonna turn it over and take the spine out of the back. This really just helps to cook the chicken really evenly. Okay, so I've removed the backbone of the chicken, and we're gonna keep this because it adds a lot of flavor to the sauce. Just gonna cut it into 4 pieces for the sauce later. So the next thing I'm gonna do is flatten the chicken. Flip the bird over, and using the palm of my hand, I'm just gonna break the breastbone so that the chicken can lay flat. I'm gonna keep this at room temperature for about 30 minutes. Just kind of helps the chicken cook evenly. So now we're gonna make a flavored butter for the chicken. I love using fresh herbs and garlic with a little bit of lemon to just kind of brighten up the flavors of the chicken. I'm gonna put the butter underneath the chicken skin, and you just wanna use your fingers, get right in there, and just separate the skin from the meat. A little messy, but worth it. Now we're gonna dress the chicken. Have a little bit of neutral oil. It could be vegetable or canola. And here's a pro tip for extra crispy skin. I'm gonna do some salt and a teaspoon of baking powder. The baking powder dries up the skin and it makes it extra crispy like a potato chip. Okay, now I'm gonna put this chicken on top of the squash. Add a little freshly ground black pepper. And we're gonna bake this chicken at 450 for 45 minutes. While the chicken is cooking, I'm gonna make a super simple pan sauce with the chicken spine that we have left over from earlier. Just wanna heat up some oil, get that pan nice and hot, because you want to brown these bits. The bones have a lot of flavor, and it's gonna add a really nice complexity to the sauce. You want the brown bits in the bottom of the pan. We're gonna scrape that up with some water. That's a lot of flavor. And to the water, I'm gonna add 1 BOU bouillon cube. Just give it a mix. And we're gonna let this reduce for about 20 minutes. And to finish, what we wanna do is just take the bones out. I'm gonna add some butter. You wanna do this off the heat because the butter is going to separate if we have it on the heat. A little bit of lemon juice, a little salt, and some pepper. And the sauce is done. This is such a juicy and flavorful chicken, and the best part is that it only required 1 sheet tray. It just reminds me of south of France, of sitting outside with a glass of wine and enjoying roasted chicken.